It was a bright, cool day in April, and the clocks were striking 13. No, wait, that belongs to another story, but let's face it, the political theatre around environmental issues can sometimes feel as dystopian and absurd as any Orwellian plot. As the planet edges closer to environmental tipping points, green politics isn't just for the hemp shoe-wearing eco-warriors anymore. It has sashayed into the mainstream, trailing a cloud of not always comprehensible jargon and sparking fiery debates in the halls of global power. In this era of market-driven ecologies and Instagrammable protest signs, green politics has emerged not just as a throng on the streets, but as a sincere, if sometimes chaotic, voice in legislative chambers worldwide. From the early whispers of conservation efforts to today's loud, unavoidable climate crisis rallies, the journey of environmental politics is a rich tapestry of passion, protest, and sometimes policy. The roots of green, a historical perspective. The seeds of green politics were planted long before the term environmentalism was even coined. The Industrial Revolution, while a period of significant technological progress, also kick-started the gradual declination of natural habitats and increase in pollution levels. This sparked early conservation efforts, chiefly in the form of the preservation of natural spaces and wildlife. Figures like John Muir in the US championed the creation of national parks, a concept that would burgeon into a key element of green politics. As the 20th century waned, the environmental narrative took a drastic turn. The publication of Rachel Carson's Silent Spring in 1962 is often marked as a pivotal moment. This book, exposing the dangers of pesticide DDT, opened the public's eyes to the interconnectedness of human actions and environmental health, kickstarting modern environmental advocacy. As the environmental discourse evolved, it became more structured, and by the 1970s, political parties dedicated to environmental causes, such as Germany's Green Party, began to emerge. It wasn't all smooth sailing, though. Mocked initially by mainstream politicians for their utopian ideals and tree-hugging image, green parties struggled to gain a serious foothold. Their persistence paid off, however, as environmental concerns such as the depletion of the ozone layer and global warming gained scientific substantiation and public traction. This shift marked the entry of environmental issues into the political mainstream and underscored the necessity of environmental advocacy in the halls of power. The Green today. Influence and impact in modern politics. Today, green politics has transcended its early caricature of radical activism to claim a definitive place at the table in global policymaking. Current environmental policies reflect a maturity in green politics characterized by its integration with economic and social policies. For instance, the European Union's Green Deal aims to make Europe climate neutral by 2050, a policy ambition unthinkable just a few decades ago. Modern green parties are now influencing significant policy decisions, from renewable energy investments to sustainable urban planning. The punchline? This integration hasn't been a seamless comedy of errors. It has instead faced its fair share of drama and critique. Critics argue that green politics often falls into the trap of idealism, sometimes offering beautifully painted visions of the future that lack practical pathways. Furthermore, the alleged elitism in green movements, where not everyone can afford to be eco-conscious, sparks critical discussions about inclusivity. Yet despite these critiques, the adaptability and resilience of green movements are evident. With each oil spill, each record-breaking temperature, the green agenda acquires new converts. Noteworthy figures such as Greta Thunberg have managed to shift public discourse significantly, proving that the power of youth and determination can breathe fresh energy into old debates. The humor in green politics today perhaps lies in its ironies, like advocating for reduced consumption using high-tech smartphones made in questionable conditions. In conclusion, green politics has evolved from fringe movements to powerful influencers in global politics. While it might continue to face challenges such as balancing pragmatism with idealism, the future seems affirmative. The real question isn't whether green politics will adapt to the changing landscapes of the future. It's how the rest of the political sphere will integrate these unavoidable green hues into their palettes, ensuring that our natural world gets more than a fleeting guest appearance in the story of civilization.